goodness.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Monday night. The dog just went out. It's
6:30. Of course, the dog went out.
6:30. She's like, I gotta go potty. So,
Internal clock.
yep.
So, hey, folks, welcome to Monday night and to Rooted in Foods and to our kitchen
Yep.
and to the Davis's Eats
hmm
and drinks
Yep.
and
drinks.
and.
Yeah.
So, I'm Nikki.
I'm Chili.
Guess what?
We're still the Davises.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to change.
Yep. You got your Fred shirt on.
I do have my Fridge shirt on.
Yeah.
Fred's Meat and Processing
in Ashley, Illinois.
as opposed to Fred's Dance Barn.
That's right. This is other kind of Fred.
Because I have that shirt too.
You do. Sure. This one provides you with lovely meat.
Provides us with the meat that we're going to use tonight. So I'll let you tell all the deer hunting stories. But
Okay.
so if you watched us at all or know us at all, you know that
Mhm.
Chili deer hunts.
I do.
You went both weekends this season,
Yeah.
this year.
Because I
And
struck out the first
yeah,
season.
the first season was kind of a bust. So
Yeah.
back he went,
That's right.
and 2 came home
Yep.
rather quickly. We opted for like just the straight processing this year and nothing fancy.
Yeah, I went Thursday, Friday, and I killed out Friday morning early, like 6:30 a.m. Friday morning. So I just decided to go to the processing plant
Come on home.
and come on home. I was home
Might
about
as
like
well.
1 o'clock on Friday.
Might as well.
Had no more tags left, so kind of pointless
Can't do
to
much but hang around.
sit out in the cold.
Oh, geez. Was it? It didn't rain that. It rained the first weekend.
It rained first
Yeah,
Friday,
okay.
and I didn't go first Friday because of the rain.
So all that to say, so we went and picked up the meat, picked up the t-shirt because
on Sunday after I dropped them off on Friday, they were ready to go.
Yeah, that I was kind of surprised.
Saturday.
They moved pretty quick.
Yeah, we didn't get any sausages. We didn't get any bratwurst.
No, we still have some of that left from last year.
So we just got the basics.
So what that means is, well, we always get the loin and chops.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of our favorite parts, and then like the tenderloin, thin part of the loin, we get that.
Yeah, whole.
Because it's not big. It like might feed us.
Maybe might feed me.
Usually feeds him, and I can get a couple bites.
That's right.
So. Yeah, so the rest of it was roast, and I'll cut part of it into stew meat, and we got a lot of ground, which we use quite a bit of very quickly, typically.
2 deer was on what, 56, 52 pounds of ground round, something like that.
All I know it was cold that day when we picked it up.
It was either 26 or 28 each.
So we are continuing the PBS Chef Cookbook series. I have a lot of them. That, and it lets us kind of flip through and find things that we either have never had or maybe haven't had in a while, and maybe show you guys some new stuff. So this is one of my favorites. I think most of them are my favorites, but Jacques needs no introduction.
Yeah.
However, this is a really, really good cookbook if you're a fan of Jacques Pépin. Whether you're new or have been watching PBS or watching Jacques for a while. During COVID, he actually started doing things from his home kitchen on air on Facebook Live, which he is still doing, which is, you learn a lot. You learn a lot. Even if you think you know a lot, you're still going to learn a lot. So Chili bought me this many Christmases ago, and it's his Essentials. It's a very thick one. I don't even know how many recipes there's. So more than 700 of his favorite recipes. So I figured if any of the PBS chefs was going to have venison, it would be him and this cookbook. And I was right. There's several wild game, a handful of venison, and one that is reminiscent of something that I do pretty frequently. And I think I have done on air for you all at least once. Different version of this recipe in here. So we're going to kind of stick mostly to
Jacques' ideal.
Well, yeah. So his is venison steaks and sweet and sour sauce. So we're shifting it just a little bit. We're using the loin chops instead of steak. Preference, availability. We didn't really do the steak. We do great big roast.
It says one venison loin.
Yeah. And the sauce here is a little bit different. This calls for a currant jelly or a seedless. raspberry jam. Hi, folks. We're going to use fired up jellies and jams, strawberry habanero in place of that. So we're going to have a little bit of a kick.
Little heat.
Yeah,
little
little
sweet
heat. And then the other thing I was very happy to see, I figured there'd be a turnip something. So we always get a fresh batch, very large batch of turnips when Chili comes home from the family farm. So we're going to do turnip and potato puree, which is just a silkier version of mashed potatoes with mashed turnips. I've thrown turnips in mashed potatoes for years, but we're going to follow this recipe a little bit more closely. I've already cooked the vegetables because and I'll explain all this in a little bit, but it takes longer to do that for this particular recipe. So those are our two recipes. I'm gonna let you get us started on a cocktail and talk about that. Then I'll talk about these guys back here.
We're gonna do a rum. A really simple cocktail. So we're gonna use a pitcher. I need my spoon, my bar spoon, because we're gonna be stirring. So we're gonna make 4 at once. So we kind of batch this. So each one calls for 3 ounces of milk. We've got 12 ounces of milk we're putting in here. I just wanted to get that out of the way a little earlier, a little easier. Got the old Captain Morgan's. We're going to use a spiced rum. And each cocktail calls for 1.5 ounces. So that's 6 ounces of rum. And we got to pour.
Sounds like a hefty pour.
6 ounces.
No, I know. It just looks like a glug, 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 glug.
Oh, I got the easy pour still in. So it takes a little bit longer. And then we need 3/4 ounce simple syrup per. So that's 3 ounces of simple syrup. So we're going to go with 1 ounce. We're going to add on top of that to our 3 ounces of simple syrup. And then we have straight from Pitcher's Garden homestyle vanilla. And we're going to use wanting a dash per. So 1, 2, 3, 4 dashes of vanilla. Oh, you want to ice my glasses up, sweetheart?
I will, yes.
Yep. Cool, that's good. And you just want to stir that up.
You want a square or you just want ice?
Let's go square. Why not?
I have little squares. Might fight with them though. Oh, geez. Okay. 1 square.
Yep, 1 square.
Thank goodness for silicone.
That's right.
2 squares.
2 squared.
3 squares left.
And then we just pour that in a glass because we've made our cocktail.
Sweet. Looks delicious.
I wonder why that's left over. Then we're going to top that off with a little bit of cinnamon spice from the JFF. A little cinnamon and sugar.
Which I heard has sold out again.
I think it has. There we go.
Now, if you don't happen to have that at home, a little cinnamon, a little sugar, a little nutmeg.
Yep.
Maybe some allspice if you want. Yep.
Yep, that's a keeper.
That is a keeper. And once that ice chills it down, it's going to really be a keeper.
I'm going to throw this in the fridge.
In the fridge? Yeah, I would.
Maybe.
Oh, okay, I'm moving.
Maybe in about that. I don't know if we got any room.
We can make room. Here, put it up here. Put it up there. Oh, you're going to get to see the fridge Tetris, you guys. This can sit out. That's just coffee. It'll be fine for an hour till we put it back in.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to get our pan a little on the warm side. Going to move my wine out of the way because
We got wine too.
milk punch and red wine might not go well together right
We
now.
never know.
Never know. I'm going to move my cookbook out of the way and putting a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of sunflower oil. The recipe calls for peanut oil. I think I have some, but I couldn't find any, so we're going to use sunflower oil. You're wanting, ideally you want something that will has a high smoke point, meaning you can cook hotter. The oil will stand up to it. Yeah. Now, butter does not. So the combination of the two works to keep the butter from browning. That's why you see a lot of butter and oil combinations like this. Now, olive oil, depending on how high you're going to cook, olive oil will go up to 380, maybe 400, depending on the oil. Probably stovetop, that would be okay, but we're going to be a little bit safer. All right, so I have run out of room already. All right, so those are our venison loin chops. What? I'm not sure why it's doing it. That's a new issue, but there's not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. Other than maybe, yeah. Okay, well, folks, it is what it is when you're doing things on a home budget. Not in the middle of everything. Once we get things going, we'll shift gears if you want. Okay, so here's our chops. These actually, when they're packaged, sometimes they're butterflied out like this. They're always butterflied as in they're cut, but when they get packaged, sometimes they fold themselves back up. So I always take a like a meat mallet and pound them so they stay flat in the pan, and that's kind of what you're looking at here. So these are, if I folded these back over like this would be the size of the loin. So butterflied and then pounded. So covered with olive oil, both sides. Thyme is the recipe, but of course we like to season around here. So we popped some JFet garlic and herb on here as well. So I'm going to put these in our skillet because I can already see that the butter is starting to do its thing. Butter makes everything better. And this is on medium high. So we're going to cook these a couple minutes each side. You do not want to overcook venison of any sort, any cut. Definitely don't want to overcook the chops because they won't necessarily get tough. They just won't taste as good. I think personally, just kind of like you wouldn't want to overcook a beef fillet. I'm washing my hands, sort of, mostly rinsing the butter off. So we're gonna let those go for a couple of minutes on each side. Sugar, you are underfoot again, girly. I'm gonna get some things out of the way. Out of my way, specifically.
How's that?
Better?
Oh, my.
Okay, well then it's my phone. I think you have the higher model of phone than I do.
No, we have identical
Did we
phones.
get the same one this time? We don't always. Okay.
Exact same phone.
So while that's going, and we're just going to kind of watch it, we're going to mix our sauce up here. So 1 tablespoon of ketchup. I use, my preference is red gold. Use whatever ketchup you have. So 1 tablespoon of that. 1 tablespoon of the jelly. So again, fired up. Pep.
Yep.
Pep. Need a spoon. We're going to do a heaping tablespoon because, you know, a few teaspoons of soy sauce. And then we're going to flip our steaks.
You need me to do that?
Sure. Thank you.
Welcome.
And we're going to have a 1/4 cup of cold water added to this. We'll get that. We'll let those go another minute to 2. I have my oven on a warm setting. My warm setting is 100 degrees. We're just going to keep stirring that till that jelly kind of dissolves here.
I'll come over and do that.
Yeah, it's about done.
Okay. I want to show them the steak. Look at those.
I'm gonna taste. Oh yeah, there's some kick there.
Good.
Now we're gonna do things in kind of woo. Yep. Woo, batches. Because I'm gonna get these in the oven, then I'm gonna shift and do the potatoes.
You want to get them in the oven?
These here momentarily.
Oh.
Normally I would kind of do things all at once, but I want to stuff this out so you can see it. Ooh, hello. Now at 100 degrees, these will not necessarily continue to cook more than a few minutes. But once we get our sauce going here in a bit, they'll finish cooking in that. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do is show you our popovers that I made last night. These take 30, 40 minutes depending on size. I made little ones, meaning I used a muffin tin.
We have
Notice 2 are missing because the kid found them this afternoon. So popovers, if you've ever had, you can put them back on us if you want to. If you've ever had like a Dutch baby pancake someplace, or if you've ever made them at home, same basic batter recipe. If you've had like Yorkshire pudding, same basic batter recipe, but you use like beef drippings instead of all the butter. So possibly, yeah, or like when you do a Sunday roast, you would use the drippings from that. These are just straight popovers. So a little bit of salt, sugar, a lot of flour, a lot of eggs. I think this was a 4-egg recipe. I used King Arthur's recipe, so if you want to look for that. And you have to kind of go in phases. So you cook them real hot, real fast, and then you back the oven off and you finish cooking. That's what causes them to poof, and then they settle back. And this is what they look like. And these are like the little muffin size. And if you don't have a popover pan, most people don't. That's jelly, soy sauce. I don't know which one you're looking at. The jelly hasn't dissolved all the way. Yeah. I've got a popover pan, but most people don't. This works really well. You just get smaller ones. Popover pans are going to get great big guys. So we're going to put these in the oven and let them heat back up. Watch out, Shug. They won't bake. They won't continue to bake. They're just going to warm back up here.
Stir sticky for me.
Like a whisk? It won't matter once it hits the heat. It's going to melt anyway.
Grab that.
Grab what?
The little stirry thingy right there.
No, you're not.
Oh, okay.
You don't. No, that's for.
That's stirring.
It's for, yes, whipping air into things. You don't want to whip air into this. It's fine. That jelly's going to melt like crazy anyway in a little bit. Gracious. Hi, Pam. All right, I've got some leeks and a few little green onions as opposed to a shallot because I don't have one and I didn't go to the grocery store today yet. Just going to pop those in our pan for the time being. All right, next step, I'm going to get us going on our mashed root veggies. And you'll have to bear with me because I need to get them out of the pressure cooker. So I mashed, whoo, you can smell them. 4 medium russet potatoes, not mashed, cooked, and 2 medium turnips. I can't talk and do this at the same time.
You need me to do that?
Nope, I need a bigger colander. All right, I got it.
You got it.
Just remind me to rinse that out later. Ooh, they're steaming hot.
I can tell.
So
I think I can see the steam in the camera.
yeah, you can. I need to drain the juice out of here. Sorry, guys, when I'm dealing with hot stuff, I don't typically try to concentrate on talking and this. Yeah. No, I concentrate on that.
Hey.
Okay. Phew. A little on the warm side. I've forgotten how much butter I need. Let's see. Garlic cloves will do in a minute. Salt, I've got half a stick of butter. That's what I needed. Okay. Cannot remember how much butter it was. What? Oh, yeah. Sugar's gonna get stepped on.
The other one. Stay out in the other room.
All right, so half a stick of butter. I'm gonna put that in, and I'll leave the butter here in case we need more. I've got some residual heat underneath my pan, but now when I do any kind of mashed potato, wooden spoon, something that you can get in there and beat. Yep. I don't use a whisk. I don't use a puree like an immersion blender. It would probably be okay with the turnip potato combo. If you do that with just potatoes, you'll work the starch to the point that you have glue. We don't want that. No. Those are still really hot, so I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful than I had planned on being. So I have a
ricer.
Ricer, thank you. Good job.
Here, let's do this.
No, you won't. You're gonna. God, you like to ruin things.
I know.
You would have ruined that had you gone that direction, goofball. Not to mention they would have just like smushed.
Probably.
Because you cook them. So to get the puree, you have to like cook them until they're just mush. Because we don't really want lumps in here.
Ooh.
Now, if you have a like a food mill, if you do any kind of canning, you might have a food mill. That would also work. Would probably be faster. These ricers are not quick.
Can we do that?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna be warm, but I'm fine.
Okay. I'm just watching.
You can like maybe keep the colander from falling off the stove as I'm pushing it. That would be helpful.
Do that.
Thank you. Teamwork makes the dream work, folks. Okay. Now, why am I ricing them? Thank you. You could get a masher, use a potato masher and do this. Ricing them gets little bitty particles, little bitty chunks, and it's much easier to beat at that point. Now, this recipe does not call for milk. Lots of butter, no milk. And the reason for that is because it has the turnips. And turnips, once they're cooked, are like 90% water, where a potato is 70% water, give or take. So when we just do mashed potatoes, we add the milk and sometimes some chicken stock, depending on what you're wanting to do. Here, we probably don't need to do that. We'll kind of check and see where they're sitting. Put the rest in. And then that can go in the... You don't have asbestos hands, do you? That's funny. Yeah, my heat's on low underneath my pan here.
I do not have the bestest hands or fingers.
Nope. Okay, I'm gonna get some of these other chunks out. Scrape the outside of my ricer. Make sure we got everything. Scrape the little bits inside because they'll be fine too. This goes over here. That is actually a really good one that comes totally apart.
And now you just got to start.
Yep. Now, this is what the ricer does. We've got really,
Or pureed.
yeah. Now, I'm going to add some J effect to this. So we have, because what I didn't add was my garlic clove. Totally forgot about it.
We need more garlic.
But in the puree, I would rather have the powder anyway, because the garlic clove would leave kind of some chunks in here. Now, this is not white like mashed potatoes. Okay, so this is a different color altogether, different flavor. You're still going to pick up the potato flavor, but you will absolutely get that turnip flavor in there. I'm going to find a spoon. But it's a really good, I mean, it's more pungent than mashed potatoes. We might need some more butter here. We'll see. I think I'll add some more butter. Definitely don't need any milk, however, because that would cause it to just turn into liquid. I'm stirring that so it melts fast. Now, remember that the J effect is low sodium. So if you feel like you need a little bit more, add a little bit more. I actually salted the water. And there we have it. Those are our mashed. Now, they're quite a bit looser than regular mashed potatoes. Again, remember, turnips, mostly water by the time you have them cooked. Water, carb, and a teeny tiny bit of protein in the turnip, but not a lot. All right, so there's that. What are you looking for? The smoked garlic's on the bottom. This one.
Oh, yep.
All right, we're gonna kick back over to our venison sauce while Chili's fiddling with the potatoes. Right here.
That one.
Here, use that. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my heat back up. Are we still? Yeah, we're still here. Chili's gonna.
We're gonna debug this.
Yeah, I know. I need to get more pink tiger because we're out of several items. Chewy. Squirt, you are just like literally underfoot.
Needed more garlic.
It probably does for you, for sure. Mm-hmm. All right. So these guys are getting going here. I'm gonna find here's my favorite one. We want these to saute down. Since I have a garlic clove sitting here, I'm going to go ahead and use it. Garlic is not part of the original recipe, but
it is in this house.
It is in this house. It's honestly not enough to do much harm.
Yes, we agree. Pam was awesome.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this should have been a shallot. Didn't have one, wasn't going to hit the grocery store. I did have a leek and a couple little teeny tiny green onions.
Food Works Winter Market. this Saturday at Cardinal Community High School.
I do.
Yep.
I do. Because I haven't made it the last 2 because we've been busy. So I will be there this Saturday for sure. Because I am out of 2 pink tiger, want the new pink tiger, and I'm out of um Glacier's End, my favorite one from Glacier's End. All right, so we're going to add 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar.
Oh, that's awesome.
Done it though. That also smells good, that vinegar hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn this down because I don't want it necessarily to totally boil away. We're going to add about 2, maybe 3 glugs of the red wine.
Okay.
We're getting there. Why we're not adding it all together is we want the vinegar and the red wine to kind of cook down before we add the sauce. We don't want the sauce to cook down.
Tim says it seems bigger this year. That's awesome.
It is. Just the few videos that you and Yumisi have shared. I think it's much bigger. They've done a really good job.
Hurrah for them.
Mhm. We're going to stop a moment
Held up.
and take a drink. That's good.
Mm-hmm. It's delicious. That's like the best part about the show, and the only thing we really get to try until the end is
Yep.
we can get to keep going back to it, back to it, and back to it.
And we're going to add our sauce.
Oh man!
Now we're going to let it cook enough to melt the end of that jelly.
Mm-hmm.
That one right there.
Yeah,
right there. It wouldn't break apart enough to melt. So quite a bit of local tonight. Sometimes I grab things as I'm cooking and I don't think about it until that moment in time. So I don't always remember to tag everybody, but we get you when we can. Oh my Lord. Oh, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar, you can lick the one that fell. Right? All right. Now we're going to put our
Met back in.
meat back in so it can it doesn't really need to finish cooking a lot, but
No, but it needs to
it needs
finish.
to soak up a little bit. Now, all that meat juice right there, guess where that's going?
There's a pan. Right straight in the pan.
Mm-hmm.
That's best as hand for a bit.
Well, I don't want to burn my fingers. All right, the other thing that we're going to do, anytime you want to finish off a sauce and make it silky, add a tablespoon or so of butter and let that melt. And then, folks, we're going to be done.
We need the thermal cleaner.
Yeah, if you want to temp them.
I don't know why we wouldn't want to temp them.
You probably can't see this too well on webcam and whatnot. That butter, you can see it kind of got a little bit foamy. That will settle down, but it made that a lot silkier.
Mm-hmm.
That's the word I always use. All right, I don't want to cook that down necessarily. We've cooked down the vinegar and the wine a little bit.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so we're at 130 on that one.
Mm-hmm. We want to pull them.
Yeah, I would do 125 to 130, not a lot higher than that on venison because you'll overcook it. I'm gonna turn that off the heat. Put those back. Get our popovers back out. Now, again, they're not going to continue cooking. They're just warmed through now at this point. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're done.
That's it.
Yeah. Now,
35 minutes. Well, we did have quite a bit of
I prepped the
prep about
veggies.
before on the popovers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not popovers take too long to do in the oven, and you have to like watch them.
She can't talk and watch. You guys
No,
have seen that.
I'd ruin popovers trying to do them on air. Um, Vegetables, because we're doing like this really a little bit more pureed than your typical mash that might have some lumps in it, if you like them that way. If you want that puree, you've got to cook the vegetables longer. So I did that in the pressure cooker for 30 minutes.
Fella.
Yeah, they're going to fall apart quite literally. Now, it's not because we've got a turnip or two in here. It's not mashed potato white
No,
like you're used to. So know when you add additional vegetables. But folks, any kind of root vegetables, parsnips, carrots, you can mash all of that.
Jacques out here so they didn't get dirty.
Yeah, I'll get you a piece.
Almost tripped and fell.
And I'll get you. Now, popovers, you can butter them and jelly them. Cinnamon, the kid did butter and cinnamon. J effect for cinnamon today. Or you can meat drip them. How's that?
Butter and sugar. That actually sounds really good.
Well, there's plenty of them, so we can do that.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, hello. Chili's like already set on the table. Nope, sorry. Well, here, I'll use that one.
Oh, I got it. Oh.
So, meat. We'll take a bite here in a minute. Mashed veg. Our little cute mini popover. And you can make popovers in the little teeny tiny mini muffin pan too if you wanted to. It's not going to take as long. Ta-da.
Butter.
There you go. I'll take some pictures before I sit down to eat. So super simple, folks. Sugar's in my path again.
Kick her butt out of the way.
That would not be nice. Would you like some of this?
I would love some of that.
Would you like a different plate so you don't get
So I don't get what?
meat drippings on the bottom of your popover?
No.
Okay.
Perfectly good.
There we go. All right, take a bite. Tell me what you think.
You can get this out the way. Going in for the Met first because it's what I love the most.
That sauce. This sauce is something else. Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I put my spoon?
I
Found it.
Mm. Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, that sauce is so good.
Mm. Oh,
No, you can do all sorts of things with fired up strawberry habanero.
yeah, it's delicious.
So hopefully Pep approves.
Once you pop over, you can't stop. That's true.
That's true. Oh, that's perfect.
I know. That's why you got to pull it.
I'm not going to take a humongous bite of yours. I'll get mine.
I got. There's plenty over there.
Oh, so good.
Mm-hmm.
This is like my favorite. Absolutely favorite.
There we go. There's venison, straight from the farm fields of Jefferson County, Illinois.
This is very true. And we'll say inspired by Jacques Pépin because we did deviate not a lot, honestly, just a little bit from the recipe.
Just a little bit.
And you deviate based upon what you have available.
Yeah.
To be honest. And yes, I've got what was
I don't know.
the jam.
Fired up Jan's jellies?
No, the one that was in the recipe, I think it was elderberry, but
Oh, yeah.
now that I'm thinking about it, I don't remember. Anyway, so we like to use our local stuff and
Yeah.
and keep that on hand. So you use what you have and you adapt
Mhm.
where you need to. Um, and once you have kind of some basic cooking skills down, you can do that without messing
Without
anything up.
worry.
So yeah,
And especially if you have a sous chef that's going to kind of help stir stuff around for you while
stir
you're
stuff up.
talking and
That was really good
help
too.
out. Yeah, those are really delicious. Help out getting your
Hide a turnip. God, those are
taters and
good.
turnips
The J
in the.
effect made those better. Definitely. All right, I think that's it. So a
Yep.
handful of local tonight. So
Mhm.
fired up. J Effect. We had
Pink Tiger,
Pink Tiger, Fisher's
Fisher
Garden,
Garden.
which they're usually at the winter market. So
Mhm.
stop by and see them. Um,
Get you some vanilla.
oh yeah, and Fred's. Can't see my T-shirt now.
Redhead's Meat and Processing in Ashley, Illinois.
Absolutely. Oh, wine. I used Alto Vineyards Rocco Red is one of my favorites to drink and cook with. It's a on the dry side. It's technically semi-sweet, but it's dry enough you can cook with it. So that was our wine tonight, and I think that's it. I think that's all we used. If I've forgotten anybody, I apologize wholeheartedly. Red Gold Ketchup used to be local.
Really?
Yeah.
No idea.
Collinsville.
Mm.
I'm actually not sure if they're still up there or not, to be honest with you. Because I can find out real fast.
Look,
Look,
put her specs on, folks.
I do. Nope, they're in Elwood, Indiana.
Local enough.
That's okay. I mean, it's Midwest. We'll take it. But it is my preferred ketchup brand. It's not as vinegary acidic as some of the couple others. One in particular.
The major brand
Mm-hmm.
that rhymes with I-57.
Yes. All right, folks, we're gonna go eat. I'll grab a couple photos before I dig in. And this is it until the new year for us. We've got a birthday next Monday, celebrating a 19-year-old, and then the holidays, and then all the things, and then we'll be back in the new year. So probably let's see that.
Spend family.
Oh
Set
yeah,
up
please.
next Monday.
We'll be
So
back on probably January 5th. We'll keep you posted, but
yeah.
that one or maybe the next one. We'll just kind of see how the
Mhm.
holidays shake out. So with that said, folks, we're gonna go eat. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for watching us. Thank you
Happy
for tuning
holidays,
in.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah,
Mhm.
all whatever it is that you do over the
Mhm.
holidays. Have fun and
Yeah.
enjoy. So we'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.